Greetings, greetings, greetings. Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Give thanks and praise. Give thanks and praise. Office of the Governor General, your time. We have a document where, you know, me always touch base with these documentation because we love left things in writing just in case. And we come across this document where we are saying, boy, make we see what we can do with it and bring forth some form of notification to the powers that be here. Hence, we have an affidavit of the acceptance as that living man, where I said notice the principal is notice the agent, and notice the agent is notice the principal, dated October 24th, 2021. So this one is addressed to the Office of the Governor General, King's House, Hope Road, Kingston 6, Jamaica, West Indies, telephone number, fax, email address. Now, number one. In the name of the Creator of nature and of the boundless universe, Linton O'Neill Dallas now declares and makes this affidavit claim that I am that living soul manifest as man, and I've been chosen that way even before I acknowledge the Creator of nature as the Savior of my soul. And no one such as the Pope in the Vatican, the Crown Templar Church in London, or any government official can make any other claim that I belong to them as chattel real property. Number two, that the same goes for all the people of the continental island of Jamaica and all those people living across the earth, that no man or woman can claim another living man or woman with a heart and lungs as the property of a corporate body politic when there is a Creator of nature and of the boundless universe, even if they do not believe in that higher power. Number three, Governor General Sir Patrick Linton Allen, according to the Jamaica Constitution of 1962 and its amendment in 2011, you as head of state and the military, head of the military, have a duty to the Jamaican people for the protection of their fundamental rights and freedom from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and not just take orders or advice from those government corporate executives or United Nations Incorporated. Number four, for the issue of whether we are living men and women or registered corporation, dead persons, or slaves, then we can claim that you perjudice officials have violated your bond and public oath made under penalty of perjuries, as well as every other government official that has taken any unlawful actions against the people to gain access to their private birth registration trust account. Number five, fraud now can be brought, laid, or charged against all government officials for failing to fully inform the people of the consequences arising from the corporate offer to contract with the corporations and persons of their document of what they are and what laws are to apply to them. That means that when you have the license or anything, you don't really realize that you are viewed as a registered organization, corporation, for lack of a better word. And different laws will apply to you, not as a living man. Example, the House Joint Resolution 192 of June 5th, 1933, for which the United States of America Incorporated, United Kingdom Incorporated, and the Government of Jamaica Incorporated is to pay for all debts of the people from the registration trust account for which the Bar Association conduct their commercial business, to incarcerate and charge the person to collect on those funds, for the court to make an unconstitutional profit. Number 6. If the presumptions that the people are corporations as per the person's definition, then we were not fully informed of that, and to conduct business that way as to have a license, as to have a lawful business license to pay taxes with all the deductions that the normal corporations can have. Additionally, no person should be arrested as a corporation, as they can only be charged as a living man. Corporation can interface only with another corporation, and the Bar Association members know this very well. And Linton O'Neill Dallas was unknown to me as a registered security instrument, a juristic person, or a corporation. Number 7. If the government's presumption that the people are dead persons as per the person's definition, then we have been declared as dead by all government officials who take actions against us. Thus, they have made a claim of murder and genocide, that we do not exist, that we do not have a heart and lungs to be living, man or woman, and need to be administered as a commodity or property of the Foreign Crown Bar Association. And I put C in's court. People are smart with the research. Remember, we are not as brilliant as the university grads. We are just trying to find our way here. Number 8, therefore, in this affidavit, Linton O'Neill Dallas now make this claim that all Bar Association members who have made an unlawful claim or charge against the people, and those others that have taken action to comply with the Bar Association members, can now be criminally charged with murder and genocide upon the people, for presuming the people to be dead, lost at commercial sea, or have abandoned their estate. See Sestuik KV Trust Act of 1666. If you want to go back to who has authority per their name as Linton O'Neill Dallas, whatever variation, then it doesn't matter what the United Kingdom Incorporated, the United States of America Incorporated, the Government of Jamaica Incorporated, the Vatican Incorporated, or any other non-living man or woman has claimed, as my name came from the creator of nature to give to my mom and dad, to name I, the living soul, as it was their free will choice as well. Number 10, we as a people adheres to the universal law, also known as natural law. This law is the unwritten law inherent here in every living cell and particle of each living man and woman, is created freely with the blueprint of this law imprinted upon their deoxyribonucleic acid, that is, their DNA. Number 11, we wish not to enforce our belief upon any other living man or woman, but instead we resonate with all, sustaining and supporting them and their environment. Additionally, to create no damage or wrong to another living being, man or woman, or their environment, nor force another man or woman to do so, nor attempt to be something other than a man or a woman. Number 12, in accordance with the universal law, no other law is needed, and adding to the ministration of universal law is considered heathen, rendering administrative law ab initio, without authority. Therefore, govern yourselves accordingly. Witness date by decree of this self-proclaimed Nestorian king, Ahuuakh, yeah man, Linton, O'Neill, Dallas. Gratitude, people, gratitude. I give away nothing to any corporate construct. My name is mine. The gurus out there, have different ideas. And I can't dispute what learned people out there bringing forward. But this is our opportunity to write our own story, to make our own declaration or claim, and to do so without any representation. And for this, we don't need to ask permission. Yeah, man. So as we move forward, it's step by step. Step by step. Nothing to prove. Absolutely nothing to prove. We find ourselves I use this English language. And enough people have all kind of debates. To say, boy, this is not our tongue, this is not our language. And when some of us do basic research, only true we not have access to some of the high-end universities, or if actually travel on location to some of these places, we have to just settle with our basic research. And we are look at what is known as the Old English language. And it said, English is one of a dozen similar languages that began as a single language known as Proto-Germanic. You hear that, my people, my common people? Proto-Germanic. So, I don't want to say it, but it may be safe to say that the English language is originally a German tongue. Probably other people might do some research and aid us in this department. It is said the English language developed in southern Scandinavia, the original home of the Germanic tribes, who later expanded into continental Europe. That's a close relative to the English is Frisian, a Dutch variant. And it is also said English, that English language, absorb large number of words from Scandinavia, French, and Latin, and later other languages. And we are talking about the very same English language. So, may I touch on that point for say this. Sometimes we have to be mindful of the words them what we use, because the very same English language have what is known as contronyms. Contronyms. Yeah, man. And contronyms are what them would have called opposite meaning, basically. Like a word like sanction. Sanction can mean official permission. You know what I mean? And that would be a positive thing. And it can also mean prohibition, to sanction someone from acting. Yeah, man, you have quite a few words like that. Cleave, to cut in half, or to stick together. You see the same English word and English language? Fast, a word like fast. It can mean to stuck firmly, like adhesive, to fast. You know what I mean? Or moving quickly. Very same word. And we can go on and ravish, to rape, or to enrapture. So this is why it makes sense for we kind of be mindful of the words then what we are used, because the words then carry frequency and carry power. And you have a lot of words that are just naturally negative. However, because we know as in nature, you have the positive and the negative, we just know sir what we choose to emphasize. You get me? So we not try fool ourselves. You know what I mean? Because I say we're a whole bunch of people, a follow someone will claim to be a preacher. And now that these things exposed in the public domain, people acting surprised. It's nothing new. This is why over here, we have a problem of push paperwork from people. The problem with our people is that we not bother read, we not bother write. We wait on somebody to come talk for us. We choose not to present ourselves, but rather allow others to represent you. And that is most of our people problem. That is most of our people problem. And again, since I'm here, I can touch on the fact that commerce is that elephant in the room. Irrespective if you're a blind man and you try to describe it just from your own blind perspective, it still remains to be commerce. And commerce deals with contracts. You get me? And contract is in fact a promise that is enforceable, not just a social agreement. So these are some little things where my common people, me no mind a share with my common people, with our people, with the people them across the earth, who choose to express themselves as being free, unrestricted in their thoughts and views. You know what I mean? Free. These are the people where we are trying, share information with. Because if you are the property of somebody else, then I don't think you're authorized to even listen to this platform. You're not allowed only because you're the property, chattel real property of someone else. Yeah, man. So again, we're not going to spend too much time. I just touch out here for send a little public notice to the Governor General's office to make him know, say, you know, this document now is in the public domain, and then we're going to make it formal, and then we just move forward. So we say complete gratitude for free expression. Yeah, man. And complete gratitude for allowing the people to choose to be free. Because that is a choice, people. Absolutely no one is enslaving you. I can say that. Absolutely, you have a right to choose to be free. However, that very freedom comes with a whole lot of responsibility. And truth is usually supreme, because an affidavit stands as truth in this commercial sea. Gratitude. As we always said, to God be the glory, not I as man. Yeah, man. To the Most High Creator of nature be the glory. Yeah, man. We maintain a universal order. Yeah, man. And we discover that the universal law is the highest law. Above that, there is no other. So as such, this is where we choose to place our anchor. Yeah, man. And all other administrative process and de facto laws or color of laws are obsolete, null and void, ab initio. Gratitude, free people. We just bring what we have to offer, and what we have to offer, this is what we give. You can choose to accept it, you can choose not to. It is free will. Gratitude.